Can you go to the fridge, to the freezer, and get the candy bars I had in there? I put some candy bars in there.
Oh, that was part of the story.
It's on the shelf. You had a day where you and Stevie
John's like, I don't even work here.
were putting candy bars up your asshole.
Yeah, everyone.
Yeah, wait, there's a photo of that.
Those are the good old days.
Yeah, those are the good old days.
Let's get these candy bars out.
Is that why you brought candy bars?
Yeah, that's why I brought candy bars and I put them in the freezer so they don't break off.
First of all, I'm on an ABC show now. I'm not sticking fake candy bars.
Yeah,
in my
you are,
bottle.
man. I brought them here for old time's sake.
We'll talk about it.
Yeah, you're gonna put candy bars in your butt.
Oh my God, the big kind.
Yeah, I didn't know. They're big kind.
Yeah.
John,
small kinds too. Twixes. If you want the Twixes because you're
I was
on ABC,
hoping for like a mini.
Okay.
I bought different kind. I don't know which one.
All right,
peanut based.
Okay, can I say this? Okay. I swore to God, I'm not sticking fucking candy bars in my bottle.
Yeah, you are.
No, why would you do this?
Because that's who you are, Bobby. This is who you are.
I'm different.
This is who you are.
I'm different.
No, you're not hateful anymore. But you're still the guy who sticks candy bars up his butt.
I'm not sticking candy bars.
I'm not saying go all the way.
I'm 45.
You can try to pull them back out.
How about this? Oh, you know what? I will stick it in my butt. You know why?
Great.
I can edit this thing.
Hey, sweetie.
You can also leave it in.
I think strategically you should go for the Twix and get one of them.
I'm the Twix, baby.
Okay.
All right.
Please don't put that payday in there.
All right. I will. All right.
Don't choose the payday.
I'll stick it. You know, we're editing this part anyway.
You're not editing it. You'll leave it in.
Oh, I'm not leaving it in.
You will for sure leave it in because you're a man.
Oh, reverse psychology.
You know what I mean? But
maybe I had you wrong.
I'll stick a fucking candy bar in my butthole.
Oh my God.
Because I never saw it. I just
you never
heard
saw
about
it. You've heard about it. Well,
By the way, my Netflix special is out right now. Double negative. You go to Netflix.
I mean, it's like, let me say something.
Oh my God, Bobby.
This is the old
It's a
days.
lube. It's a lube. Bobby, oh shit. Oh my God, Bobby, sweetie, careful, slowly.
In.
I can't.
Yes, you can.
I can't
That's
right
not
now.
in the asshole at all. That's
That's in the asshole.
That's in butt cheek. Let me see.
I'm not sticking it in.
Let me see.
You want to smell it? Smell it. If you want to smell it?
No, first stick it in, then I'll smell it. If you stick it, I'll smell it.
Yeah, smell it.
Okay.
Watch out.
Smell it. Smell it. Smell it.
Already smells.
Smell the tip.
Let me work up the courage. Let me work up the courage.
This is so ridiculous.
Smell it. Smell it.
No, it smells like chocolate.
It does smell like chocolate.
Wow, you have a clean butt.
Hey, careful, slowly, Bobby. Slowly.
George, what the fuck?
Slowly, slowly, my God.
Look, it's in.
That's it.
Okay.
He's shitting it out. Shit out of
My
Twix.
goodness.
This episode is brought to you by Twix. The great taste and shits out easily. Oh my God, you shit out the Twix.
My goodness.
God.
God, that was amazing.
Oh my God.
Right now. Holy fuck.
I've never been able. He's never even allowed a finger of mine up there.
All right.
Because it's not chocolatey enough.
It's not chocolate enough.
How quickly was he able to convince you?
That's what comedy was in the old days.
You want to hear something that I did? No. I do a sports podcast, Punch Drunk Sports, and I Skype in because I used to do it here, and then I moved to New York, so I Skype in. And I take shits all the time, and I just like suddenly like, are you shitting while you're doing this podcast? And I'm like, okay, that's a different one. And then I'm constantly shitting, showing my dick and stuff. And so I was shitting, and Luis Gomez was in studio, and he was like, and I would I wipe and then show it to the camera. And I'm like, oh, Ari, disgusting. And Luis Gomez was like, hey, can you take the shit and put it under your eyes like you're a football player? And I was like, no. But Louis like, I can already see on your face you're considering it because you know it's funny, and the shower's right behind you, and you can easily shower off. And so I just do that. Wow. I just put shit in my face, and then I was like, and then I showered.
Oh my God.
When you know the funnier thing's going, you got to fucking do it.
I know, but Ari, look at this.
Yeah.
I got a call.
Yeah.
From ABC.
Yeah. You know what ABC is stand for?
Yeah.
Always butt chocolate.
And they said, stop.
They said, stop.
Just ease up on the shit that you're saying.
You use Twix instead of Payday.
I know.
That is easy enough.
That was a compromise.
Like that, man. I'm a different. Come on, man. Dude.
Television's dead, Bobby.
I know, but I gotta stay on a fucking thing so I can make enough money to buy a house.
Oh.
Okay.
Why?
I know I'm not like you into the wild, all right, and like fuck corporations, but my thing right now is my dad's gonna die. I need another house for my mom to live in. There's things that I'm looking in the future. I want to marry Kalila, have kids. I want to do things, man.
Did you just propose? Was that how you did it?
But I want to be able to like.
You can still do that and stick shit up your butt. You can be who you are. You are who you are. They know who you are.
The man
what
has
do
a
they tell you?
point.
What do they tell you?
I don't want to lose this thing that I have. And I just want to keep it cool, right?
You know what you actually do have?
What?
Pure freedom. And you're losing that. Mm-hmm. That's what you're losing.
I don't think sticking a Twix up your butt is really anything. That doesn't.
Yeah, that's craziness, but that's not racist.
Yeah, there are worse things that they're gonna look for than sticking chocolate up your butt.
Some of these white people, you gotta fucking, make time.
You gotta get them bow. One thing, if I was Asian, I'd make white people bow.
Yeah.
For one thing, fuck you.
That's true.
New thing.
I love that everybody thinks Bruce Lee's tough. Bruce Lee wasn't about being tough.
Yeah.
Bruce Lee was a light to immigrants. Before 1960 everybody that was any other color but white, you walked around like in the shadows. You walked around like Harvey Weinstein in the shadows.
Yeah.
After Bruce Lee came, he opened up the door to immigrants. Immigrants had a voice, especially fucking Asians.
Yeah.
Asians were like, fuck with me now, motherfucker. I got an uncle who's got stars. You know what I'm saying? I'll fuck your world up.
Yeah.
Asians had a way. That's what Bruce Lee was.
Yeah.
Bruce Lee was a hope for people. Black people went crazy. How many black people do you ever see that think they're Chinese? You ever see those?
Yeah, of course.
They eat rice with chopsticks and shit and wear the
It's
shoes.
infused into the hip hop
In
too.
New York, they fucked them up. Those black people got fucked up by kung fu movies.
Yeah.
If you grew up in the early 70s, the Asian, you loved. Bro, my mother took me to a Santeria dude because I kept saying I'm moving to Asia. I had the shoes, I had the white shirt with the buttons. I would go to Chinatown. Oh, dog, I had the white shirt with the blue or black. With the shoes, the high cut. I used to fucking burn incense in my room. And my mom with a bowl of rice. All I want is rice. You can't eat rice. You can't eat rice all day. You gotta eat meat.
Yeah.
And I would say, I'm eating rice. Show me a fat fucking Chinaman. And she would look at me, you're right.
Yeah,
I've never seen a fat Chinese guy, just Buddha. That's it.
Yeah, except for Buddha, yeah. It's like this. It's like, I don't know these kids that get these things. It's fine. I'm happy for everyone that gets it, okay? But there are just certain people, right, that it's just a given, all right? You did 25 years of time into this thing, all right? And you were always in it. You were never like some of these guys, I went away for 10 years and I came back. This guy was like me. We were in the pocket. I always see you. Why? Because it's not because, I like seeing you, but it's because you and I have never quit.
We never quit.
Yeah, we're always just, there he is. He's just a part of my reality because him and I are both guys that refuse to leave the game.
We got nowhere to go. We're like Richard Gere and all
I have places to go, dude.
You got nowhere to go.
I can go to mountaintops. I can go to beach cities. I can go all over the world.
If you would have had somewhere to go, you would have gone already.
No, but here's
who puts up with this fucking abuse? Who puts up with this? People choosing us. Netflix not giving you a special, but you're following Paul Mooney for a year. Who the fuck are they to decide? That's why we're so lucky. You and I have something that no other comic has.
You won me over.
Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
You know what you and I are?
What?
All right, you have the Air Force, you have the Army, you have the fucking Marines.
Navy SEAL?
You have.
My Navy SEAL?
We are the Navy SEALs.
Oh, I wanted to hear it.
When shit gets danger. When shit gets danger. Who do they drop out of a helicopter?
Us, the Navy SEALs.
Us.
Of comedy.
We're real. Mitzi Shore hand-picked us. That'll never, ever happen again. So who the fuck is anybody to judge me? Is there a picture of me in an improv? Not really. There's not a picture. You don't see me on any shows getting interviewed by Conan, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I've come to that agreement.
That's another thing that's interesting. Is that
I've come to that.
I go to Facebook, right, or my Instagram, whatever social media, and I'll scroll through these younger guys on Conan and all these Jimmy Kimmel, all these things. And I go, congratulations, that's great. And then it always in my back of my head is like, I've never even been invited.
Yeah,
I'll never go. I'm on a show now, right? A network show. They have that upfronts every year. 2 upfronts they've had so far, right?
2?
Yeah.
Do they invite Bobby?
No, they have never been there.
Never. And all they talk about is diversity and
I'm on the show, which is great. Yeah. That's good, and that was great. But it's like
just for laughs.
Just for laughs. Never been.
No, me neither. Now they want me to go.
Now they know, but you've never been to Montreal.
Never even. They said they didn't like the twitch I did with my hand one year.
That's an actual note?
That was an actual note.
One year, Bruce Hill. Well, I remember one year, he came out to see me like 6 times. And then the last time I was just like, this is just no way. And I remember my manager, Abby, I'm still with her. She's like, yeah, sweetie, I'm sorry, it's a no-go again this year. And I just remember going, yeah,
How many
that's
years
it.
have you been with Abby for?
20 plus.
And who's left with Abby?
No one else.
Loyal.
Just you.
I've been with Matt Blake for as long as the same thing. I don't leave my people.
That's amazing. Yeah, you have to.
I'm loyal.
I'm loyal also. That's a
Yeah.
When I see people switching camps, I don't like it.
I don't like it.
Are you friends with Asians at home?
Yeah.
How many?
This is the weirdest question. You're the second person to ask me how many friends I have of a minority group.
But was it asked by a minority?
Yes.
Okay.
If I knew the number, do you know how fucking awful that would be? If I capped you guys, if there was like a governor at like 7. I have Asian friends, but I don't know. I don't count. My high school is like half Asian. You didn't have a choice.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Where'd you grow up?
Manhattan, New York City.
Yeah, I know what Manhattan is. It's like L.A., California.
Yeah. Well, I said Manhattan, New York City.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
I know that's
Did you hear what I fucking
I
said?
heard you what you fucking said, bro. So you were half of them were Asians.
Yeah, it was a public school, but it was like half for smart kids. And I swear to God, the school, like half the kids got in with grades, and then half of the kids got in because you had to let anybody in because it's a public school.
Oh, yeah.
And I swear to God, half of the school was fucking Asian.
Right. Did you get
So
angry
it's
about
like-
that or no?
No, I didn't get angry, but it was like clearly we know who earned it. You know what I mean? And who they had to accept.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was
Any
cool.
Asians you preferred?
What are my Asian hierarchy?
Yeah.
I have actually an Asian hierarchy.
Oh, I'd love to
I
know.
wanna hear
100%.
this.
And it's changed recently after going to Asia.
Oh,
okay.
shit.
Because I went to Japan and I was like, Japan is number one.
Yeah.
You know, I was kind of indoctrinated with like the
Typical,
Western
yeah.
ideology of Japan, right? And I go to Japan and I have the best of several things I've ever had in my life in Japan. I had the best steak I've ever had in my life, hands down. Wow. I had the best pizza I've ever had in my life. Pizza Strata in Tokyo. I swear to God.
Wait, isn't cheese a wanted commodity there?
They're always making shit up. Everything's a problem with them. Right? It's like the Godzilla cheese. Everything's an issue, right? They're really just like anxious people. Like it's all going away.
And those kamikazes, they just don't know how to fucking land. I think that's what it is. Oh, sorry. Let's go. Keep going.
Keep going. Push
Go
through
back
it.
to Japan. Go
Push through it. Push
So
through it.
I go to Japan and I'm having the best of like several things were the best I've ever had, right? But I felt like I went there and I didn't meet a truly Japanese person or find how they actually felt about the world. Meaning everything was a mask, from the geisha to the fucking pizza guy. Like it was, I'm going to perfect other people's shit, or I'm going to wear a costume that is how I should act in the world, but I don't know who the fuck you really are. And then you start to see their porn and shit and you're like, oh, God.
I
Like,
know.
you restrict people and then you cause them to go crazy. Like
I know.
And it was so weird. Like even the women there, I was talking to a couple of these Japanese women that had lived abroad and they came back and they were like, it is an odd thing. Like the men here don't want us to be sexy. They want us to be cute. And it was weird. And then you start to see the girls were kind of like cute about shit, but they weren't kind of like owning their sexuality. There's no like Latina Japanese chick who's like in there sassy and shit,
Right.
with the fucking fan, but like super hot
They
about
would
it.
never pull out a knife. Defend their boyfriend? Never. Never.
Dude, that harikari would be amazing.
All right. But with a little pocket knife, that's
Tiny
a
one.
man. That's
Like a little butter knife,
Yeah.
whatever. But so it was just this weird thing. So I went there and I thought I was gonna have this amazing experience. I went to that horseshit sushi restaurant, the Jiro Dreams of
Yeah.
Sushi, which is dog shit. It was the worst sushi I had the entire dog shit. Absolute dog shit. And let me tell you something. I spent $1,000. I spent $1,000 in 25 minutes. It was $500 for my girl, $500 for me. And let me tell you something. I was so... I'm curious about other cultures. I go there to learn. I was so fucking nervous in this place that I was going to do something to disrespect them or like be rude by accident. I bought a suit just for this place. Okay, just for I have a whole fucking suit. We're there on time. I'm screaming at my girlfriend. She is running in heels because I didn't want to be late because they said if you're late you could lose that reservation. We are so excited. She's like a big like food enthusiast, and we go in and it was almost inedible.
Oh, really?
Almost inedible.
How heartbreaking.
I'm sweating. I'm gonna
Yeah,
tell
me
you.
too.
That morning
We love
we went
that.
to the old fish market, right? They have a new fish market, like $3 billion that they made, and it was amazing. You saw like the tuna auction. It was really sick. And we went to the old one to have sushi, and that was the best sushi I've ever had in my entire life.
That's the
And
place.
it was unbelievable, and it was cheap.
Is the
fucking gyro
nervousness
is
of being in there affect the taste?
No,
of the-
it's the wasabi. You're just snorting wasabi. That's what it tastes like when you eat there. And you know what they did recently? I was so happy last week. They took away his Michelin stars. That fuck.
Oh, you can.
Wow.
Holy shit,
Lot of
dude.
beef
It's a
here.
racket, dude.
Yeah.
You don't even let Japanese people go. It's like you have to be at a fancy hotel to get a reservation. It's the whole shit is nonsense.
It's a sham.
It's a sham.
It's a fucking
It's
sham.
a fucking sham.
And let me say something. I knew this about the movie because if you saw the sushi in Eero,
Yeah.
you know how like you're as an actor or you're in documentaries, they put makeup on you.
Yeah.
They did that shit to the food.
The food wasn't even real.
It's not
Really?
real. In the food, if you look at the food, it's glossy, right? There's like sparkles on it, almost as it glows almost.
I just thought that was the quality of the fish.
No, dude, it's Hollywood fucking magic.
Remember how he was like, everything is about the rice?
Yeah.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie, the rice was bomb. The rice was bomb.
Oh.
The rice, but you're gonna get bomb rice everywhere you go. But let me tell you something. Let me also tell you something. And I'm in a room
point. I
full of
think it's
Asians
right.
right now, and you guys will understand this.
Yeah.
I'm not spending $1,000 on rice. Spending $1,000 on rice. Like that is. If that isn't the whitest thing, like if you found out that a white man spent $1,000 on rice, right? Like you'd be like, how did they ever colonize anyone? Like, who the fuck? Like this is $1,000 for rice. We're not gonna do it.
Yeah.
The tamago was good, but that's egg. It's like, why
Yeah,
am I
it's egg.
spending?
Yeah.
The mackerel was good, and then that's it. Everything was too
Jesus.
much.
So
But
not
it's
worth it.
It's hard to make mackerel not good.
So mackerel's already
Yeah,
fucking
mackerel's
good.
it's a stronger tasting fish.
Okay.
I was livid.
So are you sold on like the other types of restaurants like Noma or these other ones that cost like?
She wants to go to this one. What? Tell them about the one in Denmark.
Oh.
You land
Magnus?
at the airport,
No,
bro.
not Magnus is in Norway.
Whatever, dude.
No, it's in Denmark. It's called Noma. It's been like a top. Renee Redzepi.
You have to
like I follow
drive
him in
5 hours into the forest. Then you have to sleep there in a cabin.
Oh, that's the Norway guy. That's Magnus.
Whatever that guy is.
Yeah,
Right?
this is. I know the whole hustle here.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Yeah.
I already
Thank
know.
you so much,
I already
bro.
know what.
Right. So it's also snowing.
Snow, of course.
Right.
Of course, it's snowing. Why wouldn't it be snowing?
I'll tell
Right?
you
What
why
else?
it's a
You
better
have to
deal.
battle a moose. Go.
You know how you paid $1,000 for
Yeah.
just basically rice? You get a 30-course meal at this place in the middle of nowhere.
If
So
you
at the
give me
very least-
30 peanuts, that doesn't, you know what I mean? It doesn't. What the fuck?
But like, you're gonna like it because you have no other options,
Yeah, it's true.
right? It's like
Yeah.
you're in the forest, and they're like, "Do you like it?" You're like, "Yeah, I guess," because there's just trees out there. Like, so you have to eat it.
Yeah.
No, I won't do it. I'm sure it's good, but part of that is like you go through the whole journey, so you think it's better than it is.
Yeah.
I don't know if you understand this as a woman as much as like we understand as men. Like trying to get laid is so much investment that by the time you do it, you're like, oh my God, this was worth it. But you traveled into the forest for 5 hours, right? You did all this thing. You know what I'm saying? So it's
Yes,
like,
I know what you're saying.
boom. So
Yeah.
we just serve it. If you give it, and it's good right away, then it's good. When I don't want it,
Yes.
and I still eat it,
Yeah.
it's good. The fucking Palovinin. What is it called? The Palvarone. I didn't want it, but then I ate it. So it must be good.
Yep.
You did a thing last night that was very European. You kissed my hand 3 times.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Is that a fucking New York thing?
No,
or
he
is that
just
your
thought, he
thing?
thought you were King Jong-un. That's what
Yeah,
he
that's
told
what
me.
it was. Yeah,
He said he got confused.
I was paying respect to the dear leader.
Oh, you were?
That's what it was.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
fair
yeah,
respect.
yeah.
No,
He
no,
did-
no. I fucking like you, dude.
Yeah.
I've always liked you.
Yeah.
I've been a fan of you since day one. And when
Yeah.
you came in and you started eating that bull dick on Opie and Anthony, I was like, I'm a fucking fan.
Yeah.
And I
Why,
always, like,
though?
Because
You're a free fucking spirit. You're a fun guy. Yeah, you got good energy.
Man.
Yeah,
you got great energy.
Yeah.
And I know you're not going to lose that now, but just
his
if we
dick
have
is
to
hard,
say it,
guys.
say it, don't fucking lose it because you come in and you're wild and you're free spirit and you're kind of like me because they call me Chrissy Bug Chaser because I like to chase bugs. And what I mean by that is, guys, homosexual community, they go and they have guys who don't have AIDS have sex with guys who do have AIDS because of the feeling of chasing the bug. And I'm not a gay guy, but I do chase the bug. I do go raw dog. I'm actually dealing with residual diarrhea right now from antibiotics I took for long-term chlamydia.
Yeah.
Chlamydia. Do you take
I'm
Truvada?
but I'm good to go right now.
Do you
And I
take
don't have
Truvada?
What's it called?
Truvada.
Oh, yeah.
What's Truvada now?
It's basically a prophylaxis for people who are, let's say, if you're in a relationship with a guy with HIV.
Okay.
So to continue to have sex with them without getting the.
Got it.
Without
You can't wear no condom. You can do it with no condom.
I mean,
If I take Truvada, I can do it with no condom.
Yeah, it's a prophylaxis.
Right, but that's still. I feel like that's still like just playing Russian roulette.
No, that's what I'm saying because it's the bug chasing. That's what it's about. I don't do that anymore. I've been celibate for 8 weeks now. Chris's celibacy. I got a blowjob in Denver though. I will admit.
He's had chlamydia about 3 times recently. Like CVS is like his Cheers. He walks in, they know his name.
All right,
They just toss a bottle at him. He grabs it.
Doxycycline, and they know what's up. But I've made a commitment now to my family and to myself to just I'm celibate. I'm only gonna have sex with a woman who I think could potentially one day be my girlfriend.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
And guys on the side.
So you
And guys on the side,
yeah. But so then you had an addiction. Do you think?
I was a full blown sex addict, a full sex addict. Just unprotected sex with but just wild.
Yeah,
just really living life crazy.
Are you treating that with meetings and whatnot, like up groups and stuff?
I went to one, and the lady told me, she was like, you're not as sick as you think.
Yeah.
She was like, but try celibacy, and it's been 8 weeks. Besides the one blowing in Denver, I've been celibate with women. No, I don't know about guys.
Yeah, there's a couple raisins that's slipped in
That's
there.
what we
Yeah.
say. It's like oatmeal. You have sex with so many women.
He's had sex with so many women that if a couple raisins slipped in that oatmeal, he wouldn't notice.
He wouldn't know.
So many women.
We call gay guys raisins.
If a couple guys slipped in there like raisins, he wouldn't taste it.
He said raisins.
There's a
He said
dude
mini
that does
raisins.
our podcast. I can't say his name. That's just like you.
Really?
Yeah. Handsome,
Right.
very funny like you, right? But is in knee deep in puss.
Yeah.
Right. I see. For me, guys like Giannis, and I'm sorry for putting us.
No, I'm a married kid.
No, he's Yanni almost.
Yeah.
He's almost handsome. We get it.
I'm just like, if you stretch my eyes a little farther apart, just a little thing, everything's a little disproportionate.
Right.
Yeah.
People's faces are like 1 inch away from being incel.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah.
see. Yeah.
Like, have you seen incel photos where like they just put the eyes? It's like they look like incels, but they do this and they're Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
Right.
No, that's just exactly. All beautiful people are like that. They just hinge on being really disgustingly ugly.
Sure.
Just
Yeah.
1 millimeter away from that.
From that. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's true.
Is that because God didn't concentrate when they were making us?
I don't know.
It's
my
got to be
father's-
something, though, right? I know where you're going.
Yeah, yeah.
I know where you're fishing, and I agree.
Because I feel like he, right, when he made you,
Yeah.
he took a day.
Yeah.
Like he's like, get the chins in, right? Get the
the
cheeks up, right? And all that stuff, right? And he concentrated, right? But with me, he went like this. Pop, pop, and threw it down. And
Does this guy need a chin? No.
Right, and he made 1 billion of us, too.
Yeah, a lot
and
of
he
you.
says we're making them just pop, pop, and just throw them down.
Throw
Right?
them down.
White dudes like you, he really concentrated.
Well, I think God's German. That's why. and I think the wrong people won the war. I'm kidding. From 2020. No, I'm kidding.
You guys still mad about Pearl Harbor?
What? Yeah. No, I'll never eat sushi. They're still the enemy. I'm still at active war with the Japanese army. No, my grandfather, I swear to God, my grandfather fought in World War II, and he wouldn't eat sushi to the day he died. He would say that's enemy food. He wouldn't eat it.
You know what I'm tired of that
It's just
shit? though?
wired.
Can I say
I
something?
think it's stupid.
When Americans go, it was a sneak attack. They were angry about it, right? But that's war. That's
war.
Right? What is Emperor Hirohito supposed to call Roosevelt and go, hello?
Yeah.
It's me.
Yeah.
How's the family?
Yeah.
By the way, I'm going to attack you tomorrow morning. You know what I mean? He wouldn't do that.
You know what? That's a good point. That's a really good point.
It's strategic.
Yeah.
No.
They're sleeping in Pearl Harbor and they don't know what's coming.
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah.
Go time. You know what I mean?
If I'm being 100% honest with you, I do fantasize quite often about sitting in men's laps, but I don't know what that means.
He's got like a Santa thing. Yeah. He wants to get in. Like when he thinks a guy's really hot, he wants to sit in their lap. He has urges to go sit in their lap.
Like Giannis is such a deep thinker, and Giannis is such a motivated guy to read and learn and push the envelope forward. And I can't tell you how many times when I was with my kid's mom, when we were together and everything was going well, I would have a deep, beautiful conversation, like looking at a tree about life and nature, and that would get me so horny that I would have sex with my kid's mom.
Yeah, that's
so I get turned on by men, but I have sex with women. I've never.
Hold on, you get turned on by plants and then have sex with women?
No,
conversation
deep conversation.
with guys.
So in other words, I'm romantically. I would say I'm emotionally gay, physically straight.
Okay,
That's how I
that
would
makes
describe
sense.
myself.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or you could just describe it as just a fully gay man in the closet
I'm a
who
gay man.
is waiting for his father to die to come out.
That's the
Yeah,
truth.
yeah.
Another point too. I have big triceps from pushing down the gas. So I'm Irish Catholic and I push down.
I mean, that's a rationalization.
I come from a neighborhood where it's like if you're not a cop, a fireman, or a criminal, and you're especially pursuing an art form, I mean, you might as well just be sucking cock.
Yeah.
It's like they just are like, dude, I know you're on Grindr, and it's like, nah, guy, I got a kid. I'm just like, I didn't want to be a cop or a fireman, but they're like, this is the neighborhood where we're cops and firemen.
But you know, the U.S. is really uptight about casual dick sucking because in the Philippines, I can't think of one male family member of mine that didn't casually get their dick sucked.
Really?
They don't identify
My type of place.
as gay. They have families and they have husbands. They just casually get their dick sucked once in a while.
Homosexuality was way more prevalent in the ancient world than it is now.
I believe that.
It was
totally,
way less frowned upon. People think, oh, now is the most, best time to be a homosexual, and it's a great time. But it's like back in ancient Greece, where Giannis can talk about that. It was way accepted. No problem.
Open. It was
open. Yeah.
It's a little more open. Yeah, it's a little more flexible.
Yeah.
A little more flexible.
Don't you love success revenge? Like when I was in high school.
It's your
When I
favorite.
was in high school, right, at the last day of school, the hottest girl at school went to my friend Craig and goes, "I'll see you over the summer, this and that." And then she comes to me and she goes, "I'll never see you. Good luck." And she just walked away. And I remember going,
Jeez.
right? And then I remember a couple of years ago, she was like in the third row of a sold-out show that I was doing, right?
Yeah.
And afterwards, I hugged her. How's life? This and that.
Yeah.
And when I drove to the hotel, right, I had such glee.
Yeah.
Right, and I didn't intentionally do it, but it's like success revenge.
Yeah.
You know, it's so good.
It's so good, yeah.
I'm so glad that I have only one skill set, which is humor.
Sure.
Right, and I had all this trauma and all that stuff, but I want everyone to listen. It's just like if you can find that one thing, right, that one thing that you're obsessed about, right, and just do that one thing rigorously.
Yeah.
Daily, you know?
Yeah.
Your life couldn't still, even with a fucked up background, still turn out good. You know, so I've had a lot of those.
Do you have a lot of people that you would want in the front seat?
Oh my God, I have like a
Of
list.
your-
I have revenge fantasies. I have a lot of revenge fantasies.
Right.
And I have a list of 1,200
1,200.
probably names on a
Oh my
list
God.
of people that I
Could
want.
sell out a theater.
Right.
Sell out a theater with the revenge. You should do it. The revenge. Invite them all. Give them free tickets.
That's like a fucking Wilt Chamberlain number of people who offended you.
I know. But you know,
I'm trying to even do the math and think how that's possible. Is that like 3 people a day who said "fuck you"?
I know, but it has to do with I have a mind that's a little delusional, and I perceive things that aren't really real.
Right.
Right. Like so, if like a comic will walk by, and regardless of what their day was like or what's going on in their lives, I don't know. But if they don't say hello to me, right? I don't do this anymore, but I used to write their little name in my heart, right? Like Mark Maron didn't say hi to me today. Right. And he gets into the revenge, you know what I mean? The basket,
So
right?
he's in.
But it's still out of my crazy, delusional fantasy mind that does that, and it's unhealthy. And so I don't do it now, but that's how I survived.
Sure.
Do New Yorkers have those same sensitivities?
No, you grow up with a lot of, I think, scar tissue. Because New York is such an honest, raw place where your kids, the friends you're with when you're kids, everyone's just mean to each other. And like sort of the way comics are.